Well, folks, my 1150 is dead. This is terrible. Well, guys, the 1150 is done. It's dead. It's right here, right next to me. It's dead. So what all happened? Okay. So I was smoking the brisket at 180 for about 4.5 hours, give or take. But okay. And I'll go ahead and show a clip here of what all happened. There we go. 270, boom. Now, one thing I did notice about these pellets is that we still got plenty. With the knotty wood, it went really quick. That's not the case here. I mean, we still got plenty. I think we got maybe like, if I spread it around here, let's see. Yeah, we got maybe about half left. So not too bad. All right, guys. We'll be back when it's time to go ahead and do the wrap. So we went from 180 to 270, something I always do. I mean, you guys seen all the videos. What is it, maybe like 45 pit boss videos, I think, that I do the exact same thing, smoke mode, and then raise it up to 250, 270, give or take. Works out fine. Whenever we do any pellet review or whatever, we have to remove all the pellets from the auger, from the from the hopper, from the auger, from everything. So once we get that out, then, you know, I make sure everything's good, that we're going to be great for a long cook. I check the heat cover, or whatever it's called, the heat deflector. Make sure everything's good, there's no grease. Especially with Wagyu, you know, you always got to make sure everything is good, fine, because then you'll end up with these accidents. You know, you read all these stuffs and you take the precautions. So anytime that we do a pellet series, we have to make sure everything is great, which is what I did. Clean out, great. Nothing in the pot, great. All the ashes are out, great. All the, what's it called, the grease and oils and everything, okay, fine. So we did that. So we went from 180 degrees to 270. I got a notification on my phone, hey, your pit is up to temp. And I'm like, okay, that was pretty quick. You know, because usually it takes quite a bit of time for it to go from 180 to 270. So I'm over here thinking, that was pretty quick. So I go outside, you know, just because I always confirm everything. All right, so I go outside, boom, everything is in flames. Everything's on fire. Let me go ahead and give you a tour of what the smoker looks like right now. So right over here we have the brisket. I don't know if we're gonna be able to save it. In some areas it's crunchy, other areas it's nice and soft, so we'll probably put it into the oven. And but these are the spots. I mean, it's, look at that, it's dead. So here's the smoker. It just went up in flames. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. You see that? This is the Wagyu tallow that I was making. It's dead. I mean, you can. It got incredibly hot. All of this. Okay, so how does the bottom look? Okay. So that's what it is, guys. When I opened all this thing up, the fire was absolutely everywhere. When I killed the power to it, I left the lid up. The brisket was still on flames. Now, I didn't want to spritz it because I've heard that if you spritz it with water or whatever, it's going to get even worse because the oils start, you know, jumping everywhere. So I didn't do any of that stuff. Instead, I just let it die off on its own, and you guys can see. And I'll go ahead and post up the video again once more here. Well, folks, my 1150 is dead. This is terrible. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this brisket, guys. I'm probably gonna put it in the oven if we can save it. But I definitely want to go ahead and get another pellet smoker. I got the Pit Boss and I got the Kamado Joe here. You know, that'll hold me over for a bit. But you know, the whole purpose of having the pellet smoker was because you know, you kind of like set it and forget it. And what's a bit dangerous, at least for me, is that imagine if someone, you know, were to set up the temps and then went back to sleep. The whole house could have been caught on fire or something. I was awake, you know, I was watching some YouTubes and stuff like that. I was watching some Mad Scientist barbecue, actually, and some Chud's barbecue. So, and then I got the notification that the temperature was already set, which was a little bit weird too, because it happened so quick. So I went outside and all the fire was ongoing. And I don't know, guys. And here's another funny part too. When the whole thing was on fire, the controller still, it read ER, you know, the ER code, which I'm assuming is from being hot, but I saw that the auger was still spinning, you know, the little light that's in there that tells you that the auger was still spinning. So that was a little bit strange. So even though that there was this big old fire, the auger was still spinning. I don't know why that happened. Could have been that it just kept feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. Maybe. I don't know, guys. So, guys, I'm gonna see what Pit Boss responds with. I'm gonna see what they have to say. Hopefully, they will send a replacement. Maybe it all depends on the warranty. I think Pit Boss has a 5-year warranty, but I don't know if they cost if they cover this type of I don't know if they cover this type of warranty, right? The flames and everything. I don't know if they do or they don't. You guys seen all the videos that I make. You guys seen every single step that I take when it comes to smoking these things. So it's and I'll always talk great about Pit Boss because as long as you do your own maintenance and stuff like that, it'll do work for you. But this was different, man. This was not it. So in the event that Pit Boss tells me to go screw myself, what pellet smoker do you guys feel I should get? I don't want to go too high on our budgets and stuff like that. And I've always said that this 1150, you know, you can't beat it for its money, but kind of doubting it now, man. So it is what it is, guys. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe, and I'll keep you guys posted on exactly what happens with Pit Boss, if they cover the warranty, if they don't cover the warranty, and if they say no to absolutely everything, then what's the next step forward? All right, guys. So be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe. At least do it, you guys. I mean, it kind of sucks to think about it, man. But you know, nobody got hurt. The house is still intact. So we're thankful for that. All right, guys. See you on the next one.